Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Jan Erickson from Stepping Aside, and welcome to Esoteric Influences for the 14th through the 20th of February, 2021. Well, I hope everybody's doing well. We have snow, and that's always fun. I think there might be, not including the drifted areas, there's probably about 8 inches of snow out there. Now, it's supposed to get up into the 40s all next week, so hopefully that's going to all go away. But I don't know. We'll just have to see, won't we? Otherwise, my husband's going to have to get out the snowblower and do our driveway, and our driveway's like 800 feet long, which is why we finally, after living here since 81, a couple of years back, we bought a snowblower. Finally. But, our driveway is gravel, so, you have to get one of those 2-stage ones so it doesn't destroy it when you're, I think that everyone thought for snow all they needed to do, they only needed something like that if they had sidewalks. But then eventually the industry figured out, well, no, most people probably don't have sidewalks. So what do there's a market there, right? So apparently the 2 stages are a lot easier on the machines, and it doesn't suck up all the gravel. So anyway, we finally have one, and he doesn't have to shovel it by hand. It's, not good for someone who's 67 years old. So anyway, let's see. We have 3, in fact, I think on one day we have all 3 of the human design channels that are activated by transits this week. This coming week. Recognition, synthesis, and awareness, they're ones we've had before. Recognition is the awareness that freedom is an illusion and we're always facing limitation. Let's see, synthesis is reflecting the interrelated nature of life and collective shared need or belief. And awareness, again, is reflecting sudden knowing, inspired thought, and renewal. But for today, on Sunday, the 14th, we have recognition as the human design channel. It's a 5 energy, a 5 numerology. The rune for Sunday is Sawillo, or the will. It's a fire element rune. Self-confidence, spirit, energy, healing, higher self, illumination. And the geomancy rune for Sunday is Caput Draconis, or new beginnings. Now this is also going to be the one we're going to end the week with it as well. So it's sort of reinforcing the notion of new beginnings all week long. But in any event, it at least it's going to govern Sunday and then the following Saturday. But we'll talk about that when we get to Saturday. Let's see, the moon is in Pisces. Let's see, I guess it's switched to Aries now, 7:54 a.m. my time. It's 8:40 now. So we're already into Aries. As far as the moon is concerned. And again, recognition is the human design channel that's activated by transits on Sunday, the 14th. So, although you prefer freedom to restriction, it may be best to approach tasks in an innovative manner today. That said, you can still go about your day with self-confidence by taking the safety precautions necessary to stay protected. Take a creative approach, and if possible, invoke your will in a manner that respects the safety of all. The virus is we've got the new variants here, and as to how that's going to affect the population, they don't really know yet. I mean, they've got some indicators from Europe and whatnot, but just know that it's here, and they're recommending double masking, and that's what we're doing, plus a face shield. So we're actually doing 2 masks and a face shield, and so far it's been working out fine. But that's what they're recommending now, apparently, to get through this until, everybody's vaccinated and it reduces the effect. So anyway, just be aware of that, and maybe, take another look at how you're protecting yourself and others when you're out and about. And just be sure that you're staying, within CDC guidelines on that. You tend to take care for others, forgetting that you need nurturing as well with the moon in Aries. Don't forget to take time to explore your own needs today. On Sunday, if personal issues are troubling you, go within to understand the greater picture before taking action. Check in with women in your life to get not only their perspective, but their compassion as well. With Sunday's 5 numerology, how you express freedom is an issue, but you should remember that freedom is really a state of mind or perception, reinforced by the gate of recognition active in Sunday's human design chart. You reconcile this truth by acting with caution and bringing extreme action or belief into balance with a pragmatic approach. It's quite necessary now to maintain higher values and principles to survive the effect of chaos and anarchy expressed by a large segment of our society who refuse to believe the virus is not only real but deadly. Now, on Monday, the 15th of February, we're looking at a 6 energy, so leadership, achievement, material success, harmony, benevolence is also, higher self is also the 6. Rado is the rune for Monday, rather. And that's a soul journey, process over goal, harmonious movement, and all of that. Think rider and horse with that. Laetitia, also going to be on Friday of this week. So we've got another one that's going to appear twice. This is about joy and good fortune, health, laughter. It's imaginative, it's intuitive. So those are the kinds of things. So when you're thinking this intuitive, joyful, rhythmic motion with other people, harmony, progressing along the same path. We're going to have Vaya on Wednesday, which is also a new path. And so I think we're seeing that sort of general emphasis throughout the week, and we've been seeing it for a while now. The moon is in Aries on Monday, and again, the Human Design Channel's recognition. So on Monday, we're going to move in harmony with others and remain on a shared path. Remain positive in your interactions with others, and if called to a leadership role, focus on the process itself, leaving the goal or outcome for another day. Although you typically have little difficulty expressing your feelings, aspects between the moon and both the sun and Mercury still in retrograde on Monday, may leave your balance a little off, and you may have a difficult time aligning intellect with emotions, head and heart, basically. If circumstances become overwhelming, take a step back to regain your composure. And when you're ready, return to the situation with confidence and optimism. Use a direct approach to challenges on Monday, but avoid compulsive behavior that leaves you at loose ends. If self-assertion is necessary, do so from a dispassionate or objective viewpoint. Your greatest appeal is expressed by your ability to convey an inspired vision to others, so delegate if necessary, and respect the input and boundaries of others on Monday. On Tuesday, the 16th, we have a 7 energy, so analytical skills, truth-seeking, thoughtfulness, meditation. It's also the number for spirituality. The rune is Gebo, or balanced energy exchange with others. It's the X rune. It kind of just signals that just by the whole idea of the cross, right, of the X. We also have Rubius, though, which is sort of it's misuse of force, basically. It's too much passion, too much power, too much self-assertion to the point of aggression. So we're going to want to keep that in balance on Tuesday. The moon is in Aries until it transitions into Taurus at 7:12 in the evening, my time here at Pacific Standard Time. And we have 2 active design or human design channels that are active today, recognition and synthesis. So a 7 numerology and the rune Gebo suggests maintaining balance on Tuesday. And with Rubius also in the mix, misuse of power may be the reason why. Whether it's your own issue or one brought by someone else, it's best to see the greater picture before acting in a manner that boxes you in. You go too far, and then it's sort of, you're there, right? And there's nothing you can do about it. Any expression of power, control, or authority that doesn't respect the integrity of self and others will surely backfire on Tuesday. So be sure of the path ahead before acting. While the moon is still in Aries during the daytime hours, you may experience drama either from yourself or others. It may be best to step away to let circumstances settle before making the situation any more difficult than it already is. Formulate a new plan or direction if that's required, but don't allow yourself to be pulled into something that will take you nowhere. Avoid overreach on Tuesday. I think we're still on Tuesday, yes. It's a Mars energy day, so this doesn't surprise me at all. So anyway, well, I'll start again. Avoid overreach today, or Tuesday rather, and proceed instead in a measured manner. There may be unexpected events that occur that support empowerment and growth. So take your cues from past experience, and if involved in a group, support the input of others. Know that a little self-restraint goes a long way to achieving a positive outcome. So while expressing your own individuality, which you will, do so in a manner that doesn't threaten your success. Sometimes, the Mars energy can be pushy, and you can have the opposite effect that you want to have. So just a little caution there on our Mars Tuesday. All right, moving on to Wednesday the 17th. Mercury governs Wednesday, so I'll just say that. It's an 8 energy. It's the spiritual warrior, benevolence, achievement, striving for success and acknowledgement. The rune is Hagalaz, or the witch rune. Destruction within established boundaries. It's the Norn rune of the past. So destruction of perceptions and things like that. In other words, shifting perceptions to something else to where you can get onto a better path with Vaya. Taurus is the moon, is where the moon is on Wednesday, the 17th. And this is the day we have 3 human design channels: synthesis, recognition, and awareness, that are activated by transits on Wednesday. So let go of perceptions that no longer serve fundamental truth. On Wednesday, release emotions that keep you from choosing benevolence and harmony as well. A new path or direction is not only possible, it's inevitable now. And now that the moon's in Taurus, your focus turns to stability and routine tasks on Wednesday. Approach challenges with the confidence and resilience informed by past experience. You may also be willing to step outside the box on Wednesday with an unconventional approach. Not so, I mean, it's not impossible with Taurus in energy. My mother was a Taurus and she could do that. So I know that it's possible, even though you like, they're kind of stubborn and they want, routine and stability and all of that. It doesn't mean that they can't choose something new. That said, make an effort to respect and support others as well through all of it. So 3 channels are active today in Wednesday's human design chart. Synthesis involves the interrelated or shared experience. Recognition reflects the truth that potential grows from limitation and that freedom is an illusion. And awareness reflects sudden knowing, inspired thought, and renewal. All inform disciplined action that prevents confusion over the new path that's unfolding. A higher goal is in sight, one that requires adherence to a shared perspective. Watch for unexpected events, however, to provide insight that empowers success, and be ready to shift perception as needed. Again, the new path is pretty well fleshing itself out, but it's still in process, right? And so what it ultimately looks like is dependent upon all of us and how we see things. If we're going to still see things in terms of conflict, if we're still going to interject hate into everything, if we're going to interject conspiracy into everything, if those things are, if the conspiracy side of it is not supported by actual facts, then it remains conspiracy. And so none of these things are going to take us in the direction we need to go. So just allow that to happen and shift perception if you need to do that, to make that happen. Thursday, the 18th of February, we have a 9 energy, so endings and beginnings, completion, idealism, generosity, kindness, altruism. It's kind of the humanitarian number. And so, you're kind of in that mindset on Thursday. Thursday's a Jupiter energy day, so we're talking about expansion. And the rune is Manaz for the day. It involves humanity and integration, mind, body, spirit connection. You can kind of see the X in the middle, the Gebo in the middle, balanced energy exchange. You can, if you also know these runes, and you see also Dagaz up there as well. So again, one period ending and a new period beginning in terms of how we manifest things together with Manaz. You also see Vunyo forward and reverse there, the letter P. Looks like the letter P, both forward and reversed. And so that's fellowship and joy. So that's part of the whole humanity aspect of Manaz. Puella is the geomancy rune for Thursday. And so you're talking about balance and harmony, but you're also talking about some scattered energy. But it's not willful scattered energy like the complement pour is. That's little boy energy. This is little girl energy. And so it's flighty, but it's because she's interested in everything. The moon is in Taurus fully on Thursday, and synthesis is the human design channel that's active. So Thursday's 9 numerology aligns well with the rune Manaz and the need for a humanitarian, idealistic approach to integration and harmony with others. Puella reinforces this with its own influence on balance and harmony. The caution on Thursday, though, would be to avoid superficiality and ambivalence and stay focused on expressing empathy where needed. Avoid an impulsive response with others, especially if they're trusting you with their feelings. Although you may feel uncomfortable with what you hear, if your goal is to improve interactions with others, then you need to avoid any responses that are arrogant or dismissive. That's a big one with people when they feel dismissed. I know it is for me. Instead, use past experience to cultivate nurturing others on Thursday. Eliminate challenges to success before they become barriers. Cooperating with others to achieve a prosperous outcome. Understand that superficiality conveys feelings of feigned tolerance and will not serve the higher goal of harmony with others. You know, they need to know you're real and authentic. An inspired vision cannot find purchase as long as interactions are based upon selective perception and disrespect for the boundaries of others. So, you know, again, we all have our own boundaries, and we need to be sensitive enough to the fact that others do as well, right? We have ours, everyone else has theirs. Respect that. Don't be dismissive, and you should do better on Thursday than if you do those things. On Friday, the 19th of February, 2021, we're looking at a 1 energy for the day, a 1 numerology, so unity, wholeness. It represents consciousness, uniqueness, freedom, talent, leadership, and also revolution. IWAS is, and I would say that we're kind of having a little bit of that right now, aren't we? IWAS is a connection between opposites. That's the rune for Friday. As an as above, so below rune, just like Sawillo is. It's a link between realms. It also provides protection. Laetitia, again, as with Monday, is our rune for Friday. Again, joy, laughter, health, good fortune. The moon is in Taurus until Gemini at 8:04 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so it's going to shift in the morning. And the human design channel that's active on Friday is synthesis. So understand the nature of who you are in relationship to others on Friday. If called to a leadership role, express yourself with joy and optimism as you lead others along a new path of harmony and unified presence. With the moon traveling into Gemini in the early morning, interactions with others become more complex with debate possible. Gemini's chatty. Keep things light and assert yourself in a compassionate, respectful manner. Again, if in a leadership role, use your position to motivate others along a shared path. Reject any undermining or slander of others within the group and encourage all to participate without fear of reprisal. This is not the time for dogmatic beliefs that serve only to limit shared truth or awareness. Instead, it's time to provide the space for all to express themselves so that clarity is preserved. We need to understand where everybody's coming from. And I think that's, you know, it's almost like it's a truth and reconciliation moment. We need to know what happened, but we also have to be able to know that in spite of what happened, as long as people are remorseful and, you know, they do what they need to do, we need to let them do that. And this has been a really extraordinarily difficult time, growing in strength over the last 4 years. And now we've seen, culminated with what happened on the 6th of January at the Capitol, we're seeing that a lot of the people are waking up, I guess, to the con that was done on them. And so I think that they have to have that time to move through all of that and analyze it and understand it, and then let go of it all, and come back to the relationships that got damaged by all of it. And so that's just going to take time, and I think the more we try to live in truth with all of it, and without judgment, though, and that's going to be hard because, you know, families have been torn apart over the last few years. Friendships have been demolished. Neighbor relations have been affected. All of it because of one guy who, you know, lied to everybody, right? So as more and more people on that side of things start to realize that, it's going to be a really difficult time for many of them, I think. And I think we just all have to be patient and just wait and keep our hearts open for when they can come to the realization that they need to come to. So Saturday, the 20th of February, we have a 2 energy for that day: balance, reciprocity, collaboration, polarity. Again, harmony. Harmony's all throughout, really. Yira is the rune, or it means year. Also means unfolding awareness and give and take. It's another as above, so below rune. You see Kenaz, forward and reverse. So it's the light of spirit informing everything here. And so it really is another, you're drawing that energy down from spirit, basically. Again, Kappa Draconis, as I said, for last Sunday, on Sunday, we're seeing this end the week as well. So new beginnings. It's the north node of the moon in the future. It's where we're going here, into the path of harmony, basically, and returning to that. The moon's fully in Gemini on Saturday the 20th, and the Human Design Channel active is synthesis. So Kappa Draconis signals that we're on the threshold of new experiences and that a new path is opening, but it can only happen in collaboration with others in a shared vision of the future. So align with others on Saturday and experience the transformation that unfolding awareness provides. Let's see, interactions flow well on Saturday as you're able to easily communicate your feelings and perspective. You possess the ability to inspire self-confidence in others as well as their respect. So be generous with your time and support, your time and support, so that others assist you with a shared goal. Remain open to the input from others so that progress is maintained while accepting responsibility for your own actions. Remember that a team or collaborative approach is the necessary ingredient for building a successful future, and that superficiality or, again, feigned tolerance will undermine all. Therefore, respect boundaries and have the sensitive necessary to understand the greater picture, because that's really what the whole situation is going to require now, is understanding that. So I guess that's it for the week. Thanks so much for watching. This is already up over at the blog. It's gone out in the newsletter. If you want to get the newsletter, you can sign up over on the blog on the left side panel up toward the top. Just put your email in there and it'll come to your inbox. There's other things in the newsletter as well. I talked about my chicken food recipe that I've been giving my girls and my boys during the winter here. Just for some extra support, protein support, and circulation support and all of that. So that's in there this time. There's also the bind rune for the month and the weekly rune divination. That's in there. So just you know, esoteric stuff. If you want to get that in your inbox, you can have that. Nothing else to do, just to read it. So anyhow, I guess that's it. We'll talk again tomorrow. Hopefully you'll come back and I'd love you to do that. Click subscribe here and come back for Somewhat Daily Tarot and Rune on Monday. And also we'll do it again on Thursday. And we've been connecting the two to see how that all flows together. Look for my stuff over on Patreon and on Medium, as well as the blog. And wear a mask if you go out around anyone at all. Even if you've had your shots, do the double masking. Got to be safe right now. And be good to yourself. Be good to one another. And blessed be.